The reality of the subscription industry is far different from the personal connection most users think they are buying when they click that subscribe button. While the public narrative centers on individual creators building independent empires from their bedrooms, a massive class action lawsuit filed in late 2025 is pulling back the curtain on a hidden world of professional agencies and scripted manipulation. According to the legal filings against Phoenix International and several high-profile management firms, the voice you think you're hearing in your private messages might actually be an outsourced worker thousands of miles away. Today, we are following the money to see how the industry really works and why the biggest names in the game are currently facing a $27 billion legal threat. The first line of this script confirms the premise. The personal connection is being industrialized, and the receipts are finally going public. The common belief across social media, reinforced by TikTok and X, is that top-tier creators spend their days personally responding to fans to maintain an authentic bond. However, the superior reality is that many of the most successful accounts are essentially digital storefronts managed by agencies like Unruly, Boss Baddies, and Moxie Management. We are going to answer 3 critical questions today. How do these agencies actually operate behind the scenes to mimic a creator's personality? Why are creators risking their entire reputations by using professional chatters? And what does the current legal battle mean for the future of the platform's transparency? Per the evidence emerging from courtrooms in late 2025, the era of the solo creator may be an illusion. According to a high-profile report from The Independent in March 2025, many users have begun noticing strange inconsistencies in their interactions. In one documented case, a subscriber who met a creator in person found that the messages he received just hours later contained errors about their physical meeting. This discrepancy is point number 2 on our list because it highlights the fundamental breakdown of the industry's greatest selling point: authenticity. Per the class action complaint filed by law firm Hagens Berman, these inconsistencies are the result of professional chatters being trained to identify and exploit the most emotionally invested users. The payout for the industry is massive, but the cost to the consumer's trust is becoming irreparable. Now we move to the most shocking point of this entire investigation, which sits at number 1 for a reason. According to the lawsuit details made public in mid-2025, these management agencies are allegedly using detailed scripts and psychological tactics to convince users they are in a genuine romantic relationship. This is not just about a busy creator getting some help with their inbox. Per the legal filings, agencies like Convo Bunny and Ghost Chatters employ staff in countries like Venezuela and the Philippines to manage these intimate conversations around the clock. The evidence suggests that some men have spent tens of thousands of dollars on custom content, believing they were helping a partner in need, when in reality, they were speaking to a paid operator following a sales manual titled The Whale Strategy. This revelation has triggered a wave of expectation versus reality realizations among the site's biggest spenders. The shift toward this agency model is driven by one thing: scaling the revenue. Per financial data released during the discovery phase of the 2025 litigation, it is physically impossible for a creator with 700,000 fans to provide the one-on-one attention they promise. This brings us to our third point, which explores the agency contracts that facilitate this growth. These contracts often give the agency full control over the creator's digital identity, including the right to distribute their intimate media to unauthorized third parties for the purpose of chatter training. According to insiders, the creator becomes a brand while the agency becomes the ghostwriter. While this allows for 8-figure annual earnings, it also creates a massive legal liability when those private conversations are proven to be fraudulent. To understand the fourth point, we have to look at the agency playbook. Per a leaked document from a South Florida management firm in June 2025, chatters are instructed to never reveal their true identity, even when asked directly. They use a voice Bible that documents the creator's slang, their pets' names, and their supposed daily schedule. This is designed to create a seamless experience where the user never suspects a middleman. However, when the payout happens, meaning the user sends a large tip, the chatter is trained to immediately pivot to the next sales hook. took. This creates a cycle of delayed gratification, where the user is always one tip away from the real connection they crave. Moving to point number 5, we look at the financial fallout for the creators themselves. According to the 2025 industry report by Blue Insights, creators are often trapped in these contracts. Per the terms seen in the recent lawsuits, agencies can take between 30 and 60% of a creator's gross revenue. This creates a situation where the creator is under constant pressure to produce more content to feed the agency machine. If a creator tries to leave, they are often threatened with copyright strikes on their own content or the loss of their account entirely, as the agency often owns the login credentials. This is the reality that many aspiring creators don't see when they signed up for management. The sixth and final body point centers on the platform's role in this ecosystem. Per the 2025 legal proceedings, OnlyFans has historically claimed that third-party agencies are independent and not affiliated with the company. However, the plaintiffs argue that the platform is well aware of the chatter phenomenon and continues to profit from the 20% fee they take on every transaction. To combat this legally, the platform allegedly updated its terms of service in late 2024 to include a single line stating that third parties may assist creators in interactions. Industry analysts suggest this was a tactical PR move designed to shield the company from fraud claims, essentially telling the fans that they should have known better. It's a buyer beware world where the commodity being sold is a lie. The impact on the industry has been immediate. According to a September 2025 podcast from The Guardian, the upbeat atmosphere at major industry conferences like XBiz is being clouded by these legal threats. While the technology is evolving, with some agencies now testing AI agents to replace human chatters, the core issue remains a question of transparency. Per the testimony of users like M. Brunner and Jay Fry, the meaningful engagement promised by the platform is being replaced by a sophisticated sales funnel. The shock value here lies in how deep the deception goes. It is not just the messages that are managed, but often the entire persona and timeline of the creator's life. Even the candid posts on X or Instagram are often scheduled months in advance by an intern in a different time zone. As we analyze the breakdown of these agencies, it becomes clear that the Blue site has shifted from a creator-centric platform to a corporate-centric one. According to an anonymous whistleblower who worked for a top-tier management firm until August 2025, the goal of an agency is to maximize the lifetime value of a subscriber by any means necessary. This includes keeping spreadsheets of a user's personal trauma or life events to use as leverage in conversations. If a user mentions they are going through a divorce, the chatter is instructed to act as a supportive friend to encourage more tipping. This level of manipulation goes far beyond standard marketing and enters the territory of emotional fraud, which is exactly what the 2025 lawsuits are seeking to prove. Furthermore, the legal documents suggest that these agencies often operate farms where dozens of chatters handle hundreds of different accounts simultaneously. Per a 2025 investigation by Wired, the turnover rate for these chatters is incredibly high, leading to the inconsistency errors that originally tipped off the subscribers. When a new chatter takes over an account, they may not have read the previous 6 months of message history, leading to the creator forgetting things they supposedly said just days prior. This is the reality behind the curtain, a factory-style operation that treats human connection like a manufacturing line. In summary, we have uncovered a system that prioritizes high-volume sales over the very authenticity that built the platform. We have seen how agencies operate as the hidden hand, why creators feel forced to outsource their personhood to stay competitive in a crowded market, and how the legal system is finally catching up to these deceptive practices. The impact on the industry is a total shift in how content is consumed. The girl next door narrative is dying, replaced by a reality of corporate-managed digital avatars. The receipts don't lie. The industry is at a crossroads where it must decide if it wants to be a platform for creators or a platform for agencies. The final insider takeaway is simple. In the modern adult industry, the more personal an interaction feels, the more likely it is to be a professional production designed by a team of experts. As these lawsuits progress into 2026, the industry faces a choice between total transparency or total collapse of user trust. If the courts rule that using chatters without disclosure is fraud, we could see the biggest names in the industry forced to issue refunds totaling billions of dollars. This would not just bankrupt the agencies, but could potentially take down the platform itself. The game is changing and the rules are being rewritten in real time. The era of the unfiltered creator is being replaced by a more cynical corporate version of the spicy content world. For those who want to survive in this new landscape, understanding the mechanics of these agencies is no longer an option. To see more about how the game is played and the secrets the top 1% don't want you to know, you need to watch the Velvet Rope Industry Secrets playlist. It is the only way to stay ahead of the next major industry shift and understand the reality of the business behind the screen.